Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing part 2 of everything that happened at Monations. To kick off today's video, we're all going to celebrate getting paid. Because apparently we need to make a post every time we get paid from our job. And I got paid while in the air. Imagine that happened on a Friday or however your payment schedule is set up, and so did everybody else. They just didn't post about it because their financial situation doesn't revolve around their free labor and posting on social media and making it seem like they're making money and having success, or actually doing it and showing it off to invoke a sense of FOMO in their downline. Next, we have POV. Your company flew you to Vegas to be inducted into the $15 million club, and it's finally hitting you that it's happening. Casually earning $15 million selling shampoo. And again, nobody's showing, and I can understand why, and it's not like they need to. I just think it would be valuable information to think about some things that go into those numbers. Is that after all their business expensive of any way, shape, and form? Anything in relating to the business? Is that before or after? What about taxes? Are those things being factored in? I would wager probably not, because then it might be a smaller number, and that might not be as shiny to the lowly peasants of no ranking or lower ranking Huns and Monat. Oh, here we have a super valid award, a mentor, MLM challenge earner 2025 certificate of recognition. Well, I think maybe in any job, maybe that could be valuable. I think to me, an email, a text, or an in-person, hey, we see what you're doing and we like it, good job, keep it up, is enough for me. I don't really need a piece of paper. A pizza party would be a cool thank you to me, or something I can do something with, or a gift card to a place I like. That would be more valuable to me, especially in MLM. I feel like they can afford to do more. Maybe they can't. Maybe they're scrambling. Oh, so there was this picture, and I immediately thought, if it says, if you know, you know. And I'm like, oh, but I don't know. What could this possibly be for? And it's like that really flimsy, thin ribbon, like kind of like what piñatas are made out of. Like it's that really thin stuff. And I was like, oh my God, what is that for? Well, obviously it's to rope off their section, because like in my other video, and they're like taking video of it. We saved seats. These are our seats and we saved them so our whole team can sit together. It's just like asking for mean girl interactions. After just 7 days, 100% of users experienced an improvement in skin quality. Couple questions. Was it their first time doing skincare? What were the criteria for improvements in skin quality? Does it say on here? Let's zoom in. Based on a 20-day consumer third-party laboratory. Okay, so we don't know. A 48 participant study is not a very good amount of people to have in the study. Oh, I'm not supposed to itch my eyes. I joined the 100K club a year after I joined. Funny, people say nobody makes money in network marketing. It's easier for me to get caught up in semantics. But also I think it's easy to understand. If we're talking about the majority, saying nobody makes money actually kind of works there, because I think we actually do have, we can generalize some things. So if most people aren't making money, meaning they're not turning a profit, and they're probably not breaking even either. So they're not making money, most people, in a given MLM. I think it is fair to say that. A scam working for some is still a scam. Our CEO always breaks it off with a breakdown of facts and data. Well, it's the oversimplified, marketed manipulation jargon that they feed you. It's not really so much facts and data as hype. Global expansion, innovative programs, cutting edge products. Cutting edge from an MLM, that's a little bit much. Let's calm down. You don't do what you think you're doing. Digital transformation, community and culture, brand refresh. Social commerce and direct selling are growing rapidly, and trust-based relationships drive repeat purchases and loyalty for MLMs. And is that for people who are doing other methods of sales like TikTok shop or something, and people are more likely to buy from those individuals versus strangers? Oh my gosh, yes. Okay, so I got a close up at one of the ribbons, and it says Monat TikTok affiliate. Then there's another one that says TikTok shop GMV 1K. Does that mean like 1K in sales on TikTok shop? Does that mean anybody can sell Monat on TikTok shop? I'm not really sure how TikTok shop works. So if you want to help the class out in the comments, when the owners start off by saying all the glory be to God, you know you're with the right company. I'm running for the hills, because you have to get these people emotionally manipulated into staying in the company any way you can. And if that means getting them manipulated via their faith, you got to do that too, especially when you're scrambling. Oh, yes, they had some good desserts. These look so delicious. They look so good. This looks so fake, this whole video. It's giving like fake hype video. Like this looks so performative, just as performative as when everybody's acting like at these events. Like, oh my God, we're dancing to the music that's been playing for an hour already because we got here too early. And it's blasting, it's loud. Oh, but there's a camera. Woo! Because we're having so much fun. But really, they're just doing it because there's a camera. First direct sales company on TikTok shop. Wow. I remember there was a way you could report MLMs or MLMers from selling on there, but I guess it's fine now on TikTok if you're doing it through TikTok shop. Oh, look, new products. And it's with all these bags are see-through. It's kind of like how at the Amare convention, they had some of the new products behind like a little glass box, or maybe it was plastic. And I'm like, do you not trust like people not to steal it? Because a lot of times people are stealing because of like scarcity, or it's hard to get those resources for whatever reason. If that's the case in Monat, so you're making everyone have like clear backpacks, see-through bags to put products in. Is it because you're scared of stealing? Because are these girls really going to be using these like out and about every day? But maybe they do. Oh, look, new products. And I wonder if this person who posted it paid for all of this out of their own pocket. Timmy's taking home awards today for being super sellers. Oh my God, a super seller? They're playing in your face. It's degrading at this point. Oh, here's the Monat Foundation Ambassador Lunch. Ooh, yeah, another backdrop, a place to sit, some delicious food. The best part of any of these conventions. There's a man there. Is he claimed by anyone? I'm sure he's not there on his own accord. One of the guys I covered in one of my first Monat convention videos, he's not in anymore. Couldn't have seen that one coming. I wonder, like, men who are in primarily women companies, how long do they usually stay in if they're not like somebody's spouse? Look at the numbers on these checks. Real people, real money, real lives being changed because we decided to take a risk and sell shampoo. Oh my God. That means you took advantage of so many people and manipulated them. But it was worth it for a check, and we're not disclosing what all goes into those numbers. Yay. Did I mention that this is USD? What I've made on my check doesn't include recent pays, and I've done it in less than 2 years, starting with a $385 box of shampoo. That's way too much money, even if there was more than shampoo in there. Like I said, we are not another MLM. We are Monat. So just another. We're ranked number 13 out of hundreds in the entire hair care category on TikTok shop. And yet I still won't be purchasing. This is a perfect way to expand income streams for those who just want to sell and not ready to develop a team yet. Didn't they have a Monat affiliate thing? Was that not successful? And we're thinking this will be more successful? Or is it just the reps who are going to be doing that? Oh, look, more singing on stage because why give these people anything they actually need? We're going to do a concert. Let's just hype them up with a massive karaoke session. Oh yeah, so there's a higher ranking top boss babe here, and everyone's looking at her just in amazement, just soaking up everything she has to say. This team got to ask blank questions, and she spoke life into all of us. We are such newbies and deeply appreciated the wisdom and the experience that comes through learning off this powerhouse woman. Yeah, it's kind of like one of those situations where you finally catch one of these celebrities in an MLM, which is weird to view your distant coworkers that way for how much money they make. It's really weird. And they're just sitting around hoping for her to give them some sort of like reason to stay in, some sort of inspiration, or like she'll know the secret sauce and she'll tell them, when even if she did, she wouldn't benefit off of that because they're not her downline. If you have filled out my work with me or okay, blah, 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 this is the best time to join my team from as little as $250 with payment option available. So you can join for $250, but there's some sort of payment plan you can do with that. So you're automatically in debt if you can't pay it up front. Well, actually, you're in the negative anyway because of the $250. But it'll be even worse for you if you can't pay the $250 up front and essentially consider it gone. Because what if you don't turn a profit after a month? Should you really keep doing it? Oh, and then you get 2 products for free. What the fuck? You should get every single product. For $250, you should get everything. Oh, yes. So now there is a stylist program, and it looks like they're giving the stylist, and it looks like the stylist can buy larger amounts of the product because their bottles are so freaking tiny and so expensive. It's just another example of MLMs playing in your face. They give you this much. Oh, you don't need that much to wash your hair. I do. I'm not using like a teeny bit of product in my hair. Like my head's not this big. I'm not doing that. I'm not playing the fucking games of a quarter size amount. Go fuck yourself. They give you a tiny bit of product, and now they're finally giving, this whole time this company has existed, and they're just now giving you like a bigger amount of product to use in a salon. And to me, it still didn't look as big as the products I've seen in salons. Like in salons, I've seen like extra ultra big jugs of the product, not this size, which I think should be the standard, especially for the price.
In our salon, some of our girls see up to 12 clients a day cutting hair. Wow. So it was really hard to keep up with the teeny bottles because we would go through them super quickly. Having the liter size bottles are really going to be a game changer for us.
Because we all know the shampoo is the best part of getting our hair done, right? We all look forward to that. So that is what I love, because when the customer comes...
Well, not if it's not fragrance free. The best part is not getting my scalp irritated and itchy. It's not good.
Comes in and the client sits down, they get to feel the Monat product, the difference. It's how it feels. It's how
it feels. They're getting a service. They're not the ones running their hands in it until everything's over.
It smells. It's during that amazing head massage we get at the shampoo sink, right? Yes. So even if a client has never touched Monat products before, the fact that our products deliver when it comes to that experience sparks their curiosity, and it opens the conversation to the products.
We wanted to provide our customers and our stylists with an exclusive. We actually have people.
We wanted to provide. Unless you're giving it away for free, you are not providing. That is not provision. It's a purchase option.
People calling us. Explain what happened the other day, actually.
This happens, believe it or not, or more than you would think, but we have people calling, asking if we use Monat products in salon. Obviously, we're sharing them on our social media, but they want to know, are the stations equipped with them? Do we use them on the back bar?
Yes, we do.
And I book them in because...
So they can stay away and keep the... Like, do you use Monat? All right, I'm not going there.
Not only do they want to experience the products, they also want to get their hair done, so they can do both.
As independent salon owners, the best part is our business.
And what's funny about this too is they could just be lying. They could just be making this up to make it seem like people want these products. People are banging down our doors wanting to know if we're using these products. People want this.
Model. We don't have to carry the overhead of retail on our shelves. We have reinvented what modern salon ownership looks like, guys.
Because you can make money selling the products. Because having a larger like bottle of shampoo in the salon is not a new concept. Selling the products is not a new concept. Really, what are they talking about?
We also wanted to provide our team, our downline, a space where they could come and build customer loyalty in person.
To do what they want, because other salon brands don't have, guys, what Monat has.
What do you mean by that? Is that only if they're licensed? Because you don't, are they going to go there and work for free and hope for a sale? But that's also your territory, right? So what, are they going to be stealing customers from you? What do you mean? Is it going to be like an Herbalife shop, but for getting your hair done?
They don't have the earning potential. They don't have that community, the image, their branding, and the teams. We're really thinking differently here. And we hope to inspire you to think the same and think outside of the box, because we are with a brand that has so much opportunity for growth in the professional space.
Yeah, why would you want the Monat image brand or teams? That sounds fantastic to go without those things. It's a selling point for me. It not being MLM affiliated is like the bare minimum for what I would look for. And then they went to In-N-Out, which some of these girls are from Australia. So going to In-N-Out is like a fun thing that they wanted to do. And they understand that. But if you can kind of tell, even though it's blurred out, they have like a real life, one of these girls has like a real camera. Another girl is like taking pictures on her phone. And then someone literally has like a phone stand to take pictures, to make content. And they're wearing Monat shirts, t-shirts that look like shit. They're too long. They literally look like men's shirts, and not in a good way. Like, it looks like not good material. It's not like if you have like your favorite men's shirt and it fits you the way you want. Like, they're abnormally long. They literally just seems like shitty men's t-shirts. And maybe it would look okay on a man, like if you're like really buff. But I don't know. I wouldn't pay money for that. And also, like, you're acting like this in the In-N-Out. And then you can see there's people, I don't know if they're their spouses, but there's dudes like kind of in the background. And I wonder if they're just like regular patrons who didn't come here to get filmed. And I know, like, technically it's not like against the law to film people like in public spaces, but to me, I wouldn't appreciate that. And I do find it rude. And I do think there's a lot of entitlement with content creators filming in public and not being respectful of other people, even though it is considered legal to like film in public. I just find it like a lack of courtesy. And to me, it does kind of say a lot if people are like filming you and you don't want to be, or you didn't sign up to be. Oh, and here's another picture of the shirt, and you can see how it fits and looks on her. And it's just like the hats. It's not a dig on her. She's beautiful. She's amazing. But the shirt is unflattering. I don't think it's worth any money to me. It has no value to me. Praying for God's presence to get through this, as I'll be speaking about Mom on stage. Because you can't have an MLM conference. You really can't have an MLM conference without bringing up your personal trauma and using it to inspire people to keep going in the MLM, just like your mom would have wanted. Now, would your mom probably want you to be successful and be happy with whatever you're doing? Of course. Yeah, I think we can all get on board there. But I do think if she knew more about MLM, she probably wouldn't want you to use her and her story to get people to be in something like that. I don't think that's appropriate. And I think it's manipulative to use people's like dire circumstances or hard situations to get people to stay. Because it's almost like the opportunity doesn't speak for itself, isn't it? We have to add in that personal trauma.
Decision in December to walk away from my corporate job and do Monat full time. If I could replace my corporate job income, then that was my motivation. I no longer had to make that 45-minute drive to and from work every day. That it finally gave me freedom to play life on my terms. Again, that was God showing me exactly what I needed to hear and see to make that decision.
It sounds more like you backed yourself in a corner and you had to rationalize it any way you could because you didn't want to make the 45-minute drive. And I'm sure that's not all that went into her decision. I don't want to like oversimplify it to just that. I don't think it's wise to put forward this idea that it's okay to quit your real job for something so fickle as an MLM. It's not reliable income. Not that all other ways of earning income are super reliable and whatever. That's not what I'm saying. But I think it's even less reliable on top of you already not getting paid when you're doing the work. If you say I'm delusional, you're 100% correct. Be delulu. Dream big. I know who I want to work with here. Be bold, be irrational. It's an easy sell when people are already invested in the MLM, isn't it? You can just sell them any old concept or idea, tired or well, there's nothing innovative in MLM. So tired or recycled or whatever adjective you want to use to describe it, it's not that hard once you've already got them there at conference. So this girl posts a picture of this like backdrop, it looks like, or maybe it's a towel or something, and it looks like it has a stain on it. And she said, movement. This is probably so deep for her.
Good morning. A little interruption, but it just feels good to have your kids and your family a part of that. Like I feel like you can pour into yourself, but just that energy around your family feels good. It was funny, yesterday or last night on the strip, and this girl stopped me and she was like, "Is that your real hair?" And I said, "Yes." And I said, "Have you ever heard of Monet?" And we were talking about it and showing each other Instagram. And I say bye and walk off, and Adrian was behind me in the stroller, and I have samples in the diaper bag. And I turn around and he's handing her samples. And she looked at me and she was like, "Is that your husband?" I was like, "Yeah, good job, babe." He's like,
Is that your husband? Yeah, I hope it's not some like creep in Vegas.
"This is the split end vendor." So it's just having your family be a part of something, or knowing that like it's available to be and it's welcomed, and all these people loving on your baby. It's sweet.
I wouldn't want a bunch of people loving on my baby or breathing near my baby or touching my baby or a bunch of loud sounds around my baby, because sometimes at these conventions, they don't even put ear protection on their tiny children, like under year old. Who gives a fuck about ear protection when we're blasting music at 9 a.m.? Why would anyone care about that? Why do you need your coworkers, long distance coworkers? Why would you need them around your family on a personal level? I don't think that's normal, and that's not a relationship I would want with all of my coworkers. That doesn't sound great. What happened to professionalism? Not that they're really professionals, but they like to cosplay as they are and like to celebrate when they go to corporate, even though they look down on people who work for regular 9-to-5s, like corporate jobs.
But it's just puts like a bow on such a special place to be. I'm grateful to be here.
That's sad. The customer-centric goals. Option coming soon. Monat and Apple Pay. Wow. Yep, let's celebrate what everybody else is already doing. What a big deal. What a selling point. What a motivator. No one cares but you. And it's like Monat, not even Monat specifically. MLMs, while the people in them think that their MLM is in with the trends or they're inventing trends, whatever they tell themselves, they are actually, a lot of the times, at the end of the trends or like the last ship out. Like they're slow. They're not usually hip with it, you know? When the whole keto diet became super popular, that's when the company I was in came out with the keto coffee. But that other company that did was it the bulletproof coffee or the oil you put in the coffee, that already existed. It was already there. There's no innovation. And by the time they change their packaging, the simple, sleek color scheme thing had already kind of fizzled out.
Smart. All I could say is prepare to be sick of me. Prepare to be sick of me, because if you thought that I was obsessed with Monat before, if you thought that I was obsessed with the products and I'm annoying and all I did, like, just.
Well, if people thought that, why would they be on your social media? Like regularly. You know what I mean? Like, I'm here to like show the other like side of your super cool conventions, because you guys are only really going to talk about the positives, and I'm going to shed light on the negatives that are very real and very valid and very worth considering.
Get ready. So we launched this line. I mean, dead. It's like this
boring packaging. Why are you dead? It's not that special. There are so many brands doing bond repair or bond care. Like, you're the last ship out of Dodge. It's so basic and so boring. It would completely blend in at the Dollar Tree.
This white gloss bottle, so freaking beautiful. The world's first smart shampoo and conditioner. It goes in, it finds your damage. So whether it be heat damage, chemical damage, environmental damage, aging damage, like just literally all the things, finds the damage. This is the most universal line we have. It smells, I can't even, you know me and my smells. The best product. We have the best product. And you know why I'm not going to shut up about it? And you know why I'm going to be in your face? Because you need it. Because you need it.
I don't need my scalp irritated, and I don't need anything from Monat. You don't either. You just have to say that because you're selling it and you've invested so much into it. Well, she's also a top boss babe. So there's, I get that kind of line of thinking there, however flawed it is. But I don't need Monat. You don't need Monat. You just need some sort of shampoo and conditioner that works for you.
Need this opportunity. You don't know it yet. You might be in your little ego bubble. Like, I would never do that. This girl's crazy.
Oh, it's okay to be in your ego bubble. Ego is not all bad. I know when people say that, they usually mean it in a bad way, but the ego can also be like a mediator and sort of like a reality checker, and be like, this feels bad. I don't know if I should be doing it. I think I might be too good for Monat. It's okay to explore things you think you might be too good for. That's not a red flag. You don't need to constantly humble yourself and be like, I'm not too good for an MLM. You are. It's okay.
This girl's in la la land. She's in a pyramid scheme. This girl's brainwashed. Blah, 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 blah. No, girl. No. Your mindset is brainwashed.
Well, no one brainwashed ever thinks they are. And you're the one over here being defensive about your line of work. So
your belief is brainwashed. You need to rip yourself out of that, and you need to come into this place where literally you could change your life in ways that.
And you don't need to do that through an MLM. Like, Monat is not her only source of income. I believe she has some sort of like boutique situation going on. So it's like, you're not even completely 100% all in with Monat. So
nothing else can. Okay. If you haven't tried the products, girl, we need to get these products in your hands now. The supplement we launched, the Bond IQ line we launched, the skincare, the glass skincare, like, the country's coming. Like, now is the time. Like, now is the time. Let's blow you up.
How many times have we heard this from any given MLM? Now's the best time to join. It's the best time to join a company when. And they list all the things that company's currently doing. Oh, yeah, look, hers is literally almost to the floor. That's so annoying to walk around with. 3 times less breakage. Do you see the way the hand model is squeezing the packaging? I hate packaging like that because it's so flimsy and it falls over easier the more empty it gets. I would prefer it actually just be in a tub or the more expensive packaging, because that is so annoying. It is easier to get every last drop out of that. I think Coco Kind has like a retinol lotion that I've used before, and they have that same flimsy packaging that I freaking hate. But it is easier to get everything out of, and I see the appeal there.
I'm dying. I wrote those words a year before I knew I had cancer.
I'm dying. What an opener. Not that that's his first thing he's saying, but that's the first thing we're hearing in this video. And now he's dropping the C bomb. Why? And I'm sorry that these people ever have to deal with such hardships that they get online and exploit on their own volition to a degree for this MLM. And oftentimes don't get paid. He might get paid as like a speaker, a regular person. He might get paid to be here. But like the Huns that get on here and share their heart-wrenching stories to get, you know, to get people emotionally invested. And once again, it's a man dumping this stuff on women. Thanks. You see how women are already doing that to themselves in the company? We don't need it from y'all. They don't need it from y'all. They don't need it too. Okay?
That's not the line that's important for you. It's the next line. Right after I wrote the words I need to tell you before you hear from someone else, I'm dying, I wrote, but so are you.
Why are we talking about this at a shampoo company's work convention? Why do they need to do all of this to get you motivated to sell shampoo? It's almost like the products and the company do not speak for itself. It's not enough to get people motivated and hyped up because the products are that good and the company's that good. They're actually not good enough. They have to do all this deep emotional manipulation on you to get you involved and hyped up to do it. They have to do all this because if you look at for what it is, it's not good enough.
You just are not aware of it. There's this powerful thing inside the human spirit that when you face your fears, they no longer have any power over you. If you keep running from your fears will get bigger and bigger. But if you run at your fears get smaller and smaller and smaller. And I can tell you,
run at your fears and it's like the company's going to close in 6 months and they don't want people to quit. Oh, you're scared of the company quitting? No, be more loyal. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but I mean, it'd be funny. Yeah, let's end it there and we'll save the other one for part 3 and maybe part 4 because it looks like there ain't no end in sight. So if you like this video, give it a little likesy poo. If you have commentary to share with the class, leave that down below and make sure you are subscribed so you get to see all of my videos. Thank you guys again and I will see you in the next one.